Hello everybody, this is your man King Soyboy here to talk to you about another League of Legends champion, Vladimir, the Crimson Reaper. Vladimir can either be played in the AP mid role or it can be played as an AP top. He's really fun to play and his skills and kit allow him to sustain incredibly well and is extremely powerful. For runes, I like to run either two rune pages. First off is my Mordekaiser rune page, which I'll feature in another video. But it runs Spellvamp Quintessences, Armor Yellows, Magic Resist Blues, and Magic Penetration Reds. This allows you to be really tanky and all your skills will heal you for 6% of the damage dealt, which means it'll keep you in lane longer. Another setup I like to use is right over here. Same yellows, blues, reds, although it uses health regeneration quintessences, 3 of them, which means I get 8.1 health back every 10 seconds. So whichever one I like to use, I generally stay really tanky and I sustain myself in lane, which is ideally the goal on Vladimir. Don't really need mana regen because Vladimir doesn't run on mana. So an extra armor for tank stats is really well, especially if you're going top lane where you'll most likely be fighting 80 bruisers, in which case magic resist won't really help you in the early part of the game, but it'll help you later on. And that's about that. For Masteries, I like to use one of two sets. For the mid lane, I like to use 21-9, just to be real AP heavy, because as a mid laner, I need to provide my team with a lot of damage. It is a carry role. So going deep into the offense tree and then 9 points on defense tree for tanky. I don't need utility. I mean, the movement speed would be nice. Cooldown reduction on my summoner spells is nice, but I don't need mana regen. I don't need maximum mana. I'll live without the cooldown reduction on my flash, and I really don't need the buff duration because I shouldn't be getting buffs a lot. I mean, blue buff for my jungler because, like I said once before, it doesn't provide me with mana regen because I don't run on mana on Vladimir. Although the cooldown reduction is nice, but it's really not an excuse for me to take the blue from him. Now, today's video will be quite different from the other ones. I'll be using a program known as LoL Replay, which pretty much, the game has already been recorded. I played it yesterday, in fact, with my friends, and this way it allows me to play the video, play the game, fast forward through some of the bits which I find kind of boring, and generally make the video shorter so for your enjoyment. Some of you may enjoy the full-length games, which if you do, just leave comments saying so and I'll make more of my videos longer rather than shorter, but that's up to you. Now LoL Replay is just starting up, getting into loading screen. Please excuse this bar at the top. I really don't know how to get rid of it. It's just there, and my shift window doesn't maximize the screen for some reason. I can't put it to full screen because if I do that, the bar will go away, but you won't be able to see anything because full screen and recordings really don't mix well together. It'll just be a black screen you'll witness the entire time. This game with Vladimir was requested by a friend of mine named Fluffy QB, aka Fluffy Pony Bunny, aka Fluffy Pony, aka Pikachu12346, aka Amanda's boyfriend, aka he wants to deny it, aka YOLO Swag. That's right, YOLO Swag. Now, in the loading screens, you want to assess your enemies. Like in the real game, I can't see these borders. I don't know how good they are. I noticed I'll be fighting a mid-Lux and jungle Warwick. Now, Warwick jungles it's pretty slow actually. It's not really slow, it's like mediocre speed, but he really doesn't have any gap closers other than his ultimate at 6, which means I can be pretty aggressive in lane. And Lux is Lux. Okay, I have to dodge skill shots and stuff like that. So, I'll be getting my boots start. Getting boots and 3 health potions, which will keep me in lane. For skills, I've decided to skip it this week since you'll be able to see the skills in game and you can look it up in your LoL client. I'll talk about them a little bit, but I won't go into full in-depth detail about them. For instance, Q is transfusion, single target spell, deals pretty good damage and it heals you for a portion of it. Sanguine Pool, troll spell, it makes you a blood pool on the ground, which means you're intargetable and enemy champions can't hit you, teammates can't jump to you if you're like Lee Sin or something. But you don't take damage from any source other than stuff like ignites, or if a tower decides to shoot you and the shot's in midair and you want to troll pool it, it doesn't work. Lasts for a couple seconds, I believe it's 4 seconds in pool form. No, 2 seconds in the pool. And that costs, actually, Vladimir's HP skills, some of them cost him a lot of HP to use, like Sanguine Pool. 20% of your current HP, so you want to avoid like spamming that. It will kill you. Tides of Blood is a short range AoE, hits everything in the area and it provides blood charges. Every stack you get from activating it, you gain 25% extra damage, although the health cost goes up by 25% as well. And it gets out at 4 stacks, which means it will end up doing double damage on your 5th cast and continuance. And it will cost double the amount of HP. So early levels, you really don't want to use that because again, it will kill you. My ultimate, Hemo Plague, I'll talk about that more when I reach level 6. Now, laning phase on Vladimir, I've got boots and 3 potions. Look what your enemy has as well, boots and 3. So we're pretty even on items, but you still want to fight. Now, Lux requires more mana to use while I require HP, but my Q spell doesn't, my transfusion doesn't require me HP, so I can spam it at will. Although you really want to save it to do what I'm doing here. Last hit with your auto attacks, and then spam the enemy with transfusion. Some people like to use transfusion on the minions, which allows them to farm a lot easier. For instance, you saw there. And it pretty much allows them to heal, because transfusion, some of the damage dealt comes back to you in a flat amount that goes up with your AP you have. Right now at level 1, it's 15 plus 2, so I gain 17 health pack every time I use transfusion. Some people like to spam that on minions to heal up, but generally that's not what you want to do. Continue last hitting with your auto attacks and harass the enemy unit with your transfusion spell. There are some exceptions, like cannon minions worth a lot, you know, or if there's something I'm about to miss under a tower, I'll transfuse it, because gold's important no matter where it comes from. Next, moving forward, just standard for laning. Just keep last hitting, and for right here is a really good example. Well, not really, because I missed a lot. Last hitting under a tower early levels. Since Vladimir's AP, he doesn't have the attack damage to kill a champion. Kill caster minions with 1 auto attack under a tower. So you just use Tides of Blood on it once and harass. Lux and I just had a pretty fair trade. I spammed Tides of Blood and my Q. Doing again here. Now, I want to slow this down, and I'll pause it for a second. I don't actually have Vision of Warwick because I have no wards, as you see. So I have got no IDs coming. All I'm thinking right now is maybe I can kill Lux. She's pretty low, and I can hit her with all my skills. So let's provide Vision again, and we're gonna slow this. And we're gonna slowly start this up. I see Warwick coming in. Not yet. It's too slow. Alright, I hit Lux with my skills, Tides of Blood, and right here is Sanguine Pool. I go into pool form, Warwick can't hit me, Lux can't hit me. My pool continues to do damage, which provides me with a free kill because of her ignorance, and simply flash her over the wall and run to my teammate for safety. It's because you see a jungler, don't always be scared, especially as Vladimir. You can just pull away to safety, because like I said, you can't be targeted. Just be careful when you spawn back up, if you're low. And go back to lane. I'm pretty low, so I just want to heal up with my transfusion. Do some damage to Warwick, because I like to do damage to people. We get into a little skirmish, and once again I'm low HP, but it's no problem. Now, ideally you want to go back when you have 1200 gold, because it allows you to get your first major buy item, which is a Hextech Revolver. 40 ability power, and I believe it's 12% spell vamp right now. It used to be 20%, but it got weaker. nerfed because obvious reasons, you'd heal too much. So now all my spells do 12% healing effect, and I'm going to use this to my advantage, which means I can heal a lot off Lux. And right now, as you can see, I'm doing a roulette technique, walking around Lux, activating my spells. When I feel like I'm in danger, I activated my Chemo Plague and do stuff like that. Now, I feel like I could kill Lux again, but right here, I see Warwick's marker, which means I know he's close, his Blood Scent. Only activates on top of you if he's within a certain range, so dead, get away, I'm getting ganked, step back, be okay. Go back to laning, transfuse for some HP, get the initiation HP from transfusion, and then the spell vamp, which means you'll heal for a lot. Continue here. Use Tides of Blood to push up the wave while Lux goes back. Always want to make your enemies suffer if they leave the lane by either making them miss minions or other things. Warwick comes to cover, I'm just going to transfuse, damage him a bit, just try to heal up. Going to go in, Q him again, do damage and heal myself, and I'm going to get into another mini fight with Warwick. He's not level 6, so he doesn't have suppress, but I'm just trying to fight him, and slowly backing away at the same time. Now I'm low, fighting against Lux, and it's 2 people here. So I want to use my Q to heal myself while avoiding Lux's skill shots, and just being careful, watching Warwick to make sure he doesn't hit level 6 soon. I don't know what my Diana is doing here, she's just walking randomly into lane, maybe she thought she can help in a way, but there's really nothing, so I tell her to beat it. Last hit under towers, use Tides of Blood if need be, even though it costs HP. I now have a revolver, so Tides of Blood damage. The spell vamp pretty much cancels out the cost, so I'm gonna do that. Once again, harass, Q, Tides of Blood, do damage. Once again, Warwick is not level 6, so I don't need to be careful with his ultimate. Now they're both really low. My ultimate's up, Chemo Plague, which is a massive blood pool on the ground, and every enemy hit by it is generally takes 12% bonus magic damage, and it's an explosion at the end, which does pretty good damage, which means sex. That's exactly what it means sex. Heal up on the wave, Tides of Blood to push up, and I have a pretty good amount of gold. I have 902. It's actually enough for my next major buy. I just want to farm the lane, and right here, Lux is playing extremely greedy. She's got 4 bars of HP, and she knows she can't come up to farm the wave because she'll be in danger of dying, being that low. So I'm just gonna output more pressure. Farm up, step back, go back and buy. At this point, I know I'm a lot stronger than Lux. I got 65 CS to 27, so every kill in the game is about 15 minions, so being almost 40 above her, it's like 2.5 kills. I know I'm strong. I want to pause the game to talk about our items and why I'm just running in like an idiot. My first buy is Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. It's hard to pull up. It builds out of Hextech Revolver, and I know what most of you are thinking, why Spirit of the Spectral Wraith? Isn't that more of a jungle item because it reduces the cooldown of Smite, and it allows you to do more damage to jungle minions, rather it doesn't do anything for you in lane minions. The reason being is because Spirit of the Spectral Wraith is extremely cheap. It's only 2,000 gold, and Revolver costs 1,200 gold, which means to upgrade my Revolver to Spirit of the Spectral Wraith only costs 800 gold, while upgrading Revolver to a Will of the Ancients, which gives me a little bit more ability power and 20% spell vamp, it's about 500 gold cheaper, so that's why I'd go with this. Another reason being is because the stats it gives you is incredibly powerful for Vladimir. 50 ability power, 10% cooldown, which you really want the cooldown. It's how strong. The more your cooldowns, more cooldown reduction, the stronger Vladimir gets, because once again he doesn't revolve on mana or anything, so you can spam skills at will. It also gives you 20% spell vamp, just like the will. So I mean, you're basically paying 500 more gold for For Will, 500 more gold just to get a 30 more ability power and spell vamp all around for everyone around you, but you really don't want to care about people who's around you. I mean, it's good, but it's not the greatest. And cooldown's where it's at. So I'm going to play the video again. I know I'm starting Lux, like I said before, almost 2.5 kills above her in gold. I'm going to harass. She really can't hurt me because I heal way too much now. My transfusion alone at level 5 now is 55 base plus 18 bonus because of my ability power. So initially by itself is a pretty good heal top of my queue. What I did there was my ultimate. Just gonna step it back a bit, and I'm gonna play. I go pretty slow. I drop Tides of my ultimate. I hit her with my E, my Q, and Ignite, and it's slowly gonna tick down. And as you saw right there, she exploded, which is the end result of my ultimate heal and plague. So that's about that. Once again, I'm gonna speed up. Just low action. Right here, I'm extremely greedy. I'm caught by Warwick. I just try to fight him and heal as much as I can while running away. Although, as he's getting low, I end up getting ultied, which means he suppresses me and he does damage. I'm not able to do Sanguine Pool, even though it's up, because I can't activate skills while it's active. So, yeah. Now I'm just going to speed up because I'm dead. Really nothing to see here. Speed up. Times 4 speed till I get respawn. Back up. Let's keep going. All the way back up to lane. I bought a Fiendish Codex because AP, cooldown reduction, and to save my money. Now I've got a lot of cooldown reduction. Spam at will, heal at will. Lux is low. I want a tower diver. So I'm going to go to the other end of the tower. And let's go back a bit. Just going to bring this up once more from the start. Then doing damage, good damage. Now, here's where I tower diver, and when you tower dive on Vladimir, it's really easy because you can dodge towers because of Sanguine Pool. But I decided to go with a little bit of a different approach. First, you want to walk past the enemy champion, because when you hit her and you're inside tower range, tower wants to target you, but if you step outside the range, tower resets back to minions, and you can walk back in for an easy kill. Here, I'm snared by Lux, taking increased tower shots. I can simply Sanguine Pool it if I want, except Sanguine Pool uses a lot of HP and it has a long cooldown, and I'd really like to use it to get out of sticky situations. I'm extremely low, and Warwick's going to come up to try to fight me now. He wants to get the kill. His ulti is up, so he thinks he can kill me pretty fast, but I still have my Sanguine Pool and my ulti. So I'm going to drop my ulti. Oh, okay, he's going to suppress me first, and then I'm going to drop my ulti, do transfusion to heal, Tides of Blood for damage, and I'm going to Sanguine Pool. So he can no longer hit me, I'm damaging him, and he's suffering to the effects of my ultimate. Transfusion one more time, my ultimate explodes, killing Warwick, and leaving me unscathed. Generally have the same amount of HP as I started, no problem. Now blue buff, so increased cooldown reduction, and I'm going to speed it up from here. Nothing to see. Damage, tower, farm behind tower, farm jungle, and I'm going to start the blue. Now, what happens here when I'm doing the blue buff is Warwick and Lux are coming to the blue because she wants it for increased mana. They don't know I'm here until they toss Singularity over the wall for vision. Right now, I see the team on the minimap coming up to kill me, and I really have nowhere to run. Just flash over the wall, my teammate is caught, and now she's in trouble. First rule of League of Legends: don't save your teammate if you're dead, if they are dead. Most likely you'll end up killing yourself like what Soraka did, try to run into heal. And I know it seems jerkly to abandon your teammate, but giving less kills the better, and there's really no chance you would have got kills in return. Speed up again. And we're going to go all the way up farm wave. Warwick comes in. I drop my skills, kill Lux, and I go back. I still have Hemo Plague. I could have used that to kill Warwick, except I was derping around. So whatever. I've got plenty of gold now. Actually, I've got 2,300 gold. I consider what to buy when looking at the enemy teams all around. Draven is actually at this point, it's hard to see, but he's 6-0. Ezreal is pretty far behind, and I know he's going to be a threat, so I'm going to want to nuke him later in team fights. So what I do is I buy a Deathfire Grasp. This has been in all my videos so far because I've been playing champions that really utilize it. What it does, once again, 120 ability power, 10% cooldown, and the active does bonus damage. And the reason why you'd want to get this on Vladimir is not just because of the cooldown, but AP is really high, which means it will proc your passive. More AP you have, the more health you have, so because of it, I have about 280 bonus HP. And its active is the 15% target's maximum HP, and all my skills will now do 20% bonus damage. Right here, as you can see, I got no vision of everyone coming around. I just want to be greedy and farm the camp, and 4 people here, I die. I try to kill Lux before I die, but it's a no-go. I'm just dead. So, back to Sanguine Pool. Oh, if I do it, what it does with DFG is 15% increase, 20% increased damage with all my skills, and also my ultimate. You can't see it. I mean, it's not up. Let me click on my. What it does is, come on, Vladimir. My ultimate. It does 12% increased magic damage as well on a champion. So if I stack them, my DFG with my ultimate, I think it's additively. I don't believe it's multiplicatively. So I get the full 32% increased damage, which is a hell of a lot of bonus damage. If I was doing 300 damage initially with a spell, I would now be doing almost 400 damage, and so forth. So providing both of them together is an incredible nuke. I'm going to speed up. I now have almost max cooldown reduction. I want to get in range. And another thing, if you have Tides of Blood stacked up for maximum double damage, it's doing almost 2.5% more damage. Caught here, I got Sanguine Pool just in case it gets sticky. Nothing big really happens, and I'm going to continue on. I got my ward, I got my DFG, Spirit of Spectral Raid. I'll be healing a lot, as you just saw. Almost 300 HP back. Tides of Blood heals me now. And I just got back to full HP, no problem. Dana's doing blue. I'm gonna go back up where I died, actually, just to farm the camp again. Go on, check red, check buffs. I can clear buffs really fast because I do 25% increased damage with Spirit, and my skills do a ton of damage. Farm, 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 farm. All you want to do is farm, stay strong. Team's coming. I want to make a play right now on Lux, actually, because I think she's going to her blue, and I was right. And what happens is I come over to kill her. Right here is key, as I explained earlier with my DFG and my ulti. Thresh is going to hook to the other side, and he's going to jump to me. Right here, I'm exhausted, but I'm not going to stop. DFG, ulti, all my spells now do 30% increased damage, ignite, and once the exhaust wears off, Q, transfuse, and blood pool. A lot of damage, and just flash over the wall to safety and continue to run. Easy pickup, you kill really fast with GFG and ulti, and Sanguine Pool protects you. Simple stuff, and you just walk away. Speed it back up a bit. Next part's really nothing happening, just farming, farming, and farming. I see the enemy team. It's pushing up my mid lane. I'm gonna go buy. A lot of gold. I decided it's now a good time to buy boots, and I have 2 of my core items. And like I said before, you want to be careful about buying your secondary boots because it costs a lot of gold, 750, which is almost the exact same as upgrading your Will of the Ancients to the Spirit of Spectral Raid. And let's be honest now, which would you prefer? A tiny bit more movement speed and spell pen, or a lot more heal, bonus damage, and cooldown reduction? So that's pretty much why. After that, I'm gonna start my Haunting Guys. I got the Amp Tome and the Ruby Crystal for it. Haunting Guys gives you bonus ability power and stuff like that. Once again here, as you can see, I got caught. I'm just gonna DFG, ulti Thresh again, Q him, and I don't even get the Sanguine Pool to kill him. He automatically dies because of the bonus damage. Warwick also takes 12% increased damage because of my ulti. And I'm just gonna harass him down before I die. My team's gonna be able to pick up the rest. Hopefully. Hopefully. And no! Lux gets away. Now my team is being chased down by the extremely fed Draven, exhausted. They're gonna try to pick that up. And nope. Crit. Diana comes in. Now Ezreal might die. Nope, he barely lives. Diana gonna ulti one more time and stand aside. His damage doesn't even go through and Draven walks away unscathed. So lucky. That's what happens there. Funny stuff, funny stuff. Big disappointment while I was in the game. Jace laughing because Draven couldn't die. Ha 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 ha. Pick that up. Jace versus Malphite. I'm back up. I have my Haunting Guys. This is what it looks like. It's probably small on your screen, but yeah. 25 AP, 200 HP, and Spell Pen. Stacking Magic Penetration with Runes, Boots, and Haunting Guys. It allows you to do a lot of true damage, which is needed if they start building Magic Resist. Which, Lux has some Magic Resist from Athene's. Not really much else. Jace, Merc Treads, so yeah. Another team fight, I'm just gonna DFG, ulti Jace, and it's pretty much gonna go through, pretty simple. I died pretty early because I decided the Sanguine Pool to do a lot of damage, except it really didn't work out at the end. Team's gonna go around and finish this off. Maybe they can pick up someone else. They pick up Thresh, pick up Warwick, and they're just gonna push up while I'm dead and worthless. Dude. Caitlyn steals blue. Pretty good. I upgrade my Haunting Guys to Liandry's. It's 300 HP, 60 ability power, and Magic Penetration's the same, and all my spells now burn up 2% of the target's HP. Looks like red buff active, it's whatever. Right here, I want to pause it, because let's talk about the items real quick. I got Spirit, Liandry's, and DFG. HP, AP, and my passive right now gives me, because of this, I got 10 bonus ability power and 363 bonus HP. Really good. Start back up the video. I get pulled by Thresh, except nothing really happens. It was just there to scare me. Warwick didn't ult me for some reason, but it was a good idea since my team's behind me. He would have suffered and died. Speed back up. Reaching 27 minutes into the game. I got 210 CS. Really where you want to be, if not more. Team fight starts. Draven right now, most fed person on their team, 8-1 at this point. DFG, ulti, Q, Tides of Blood, and I want a Sanguine Pool as soon as I get out of that, just to keep myself alive. Draven right now is pretty low. He only has about 10%, 20% HP, and he can't participate in the fight at all. It's just not realistic for him to fight, and he would die. Jace is out of the fight. In fact, Jace was even in the fight. Just no idea where he's going. Team picks up Draven, easy peasy. And as a burst builder, or generally damage overall, you want to pick off their strongest person, or you want to ulti their entire team so everyone takes bonus damage, and the explosion's nice, brings everyone down. You have to weigh the effects of whether you should try to use it to kill one person or weaken the entire team at the same time. At that moment I decided it was worth killing the Draven, even though I didn't kill him, but made him so low that he couldn't participate in the fight anymore. And now we're gonna move on. going to fast forward through this. I'm sorry if it's hard to hear me. I forgot to lower the game volume and I'm realizing that now. I go back to pick. I haven't really picked up anything. I'm just healing. Want to stay healthy. As you can see, I've healed a lot. Transfusion gets me back almost 400 HP. And moving on. At this point, my team's gonna want to go for Baron. Actually, they don't want to. They want a pink ward. I tell them to do it anyway. And this is what's gonna happen. It drops incredibly fast. And here they come. They want to fight this. Thresh gonna pull himself over. Draven's gonna ulti. Lux gonna ulti and slow it down. My ulti hit Warwick. He's not the carry of the team, except picking one person off is better than nobody. My ult's gonna explode, kill Warwick, and we're gonna start with the rest. Just gonna help my team. At this point, I'm really strong. Pick down the Jace that's chasing my Diana. Get the triple. My Malphite's doing a good job. Takes down the Draven. Forced their carry out of the fight. Their strongest member couldn't participate at all. And right here is just funny. We're having a little contest to see who can get the last kill. You really don't want to do this. You should. My team really should have just gone middle, pushed all the way up, and get the easy win. Except, it's the normal games. We want to have fun. I tried to get the Q range. I couldn't get it. I thought Soraka was gonna get it. Ezreal got it at the end. Just gonna move up, farm a bit, check the red, see if it's there, not there. Go up top lane, and here I die. Warwick still has ulti because he never used it in the fight because of how early he was pushed off. And I just got nuked. It's a massacre. Gonna go ahead, pass my death timer. I've been dead for about 20 seconds, skip all the way forward. Nothing really happening. Force. I spawn. Death cap. Increase my AP by almost 300. Amount of HP I now have goes from bonus 383 to 700. You can see how important that is. Another team fight. Let me back this up a bit because I missed fight. I missed something. Gonna scroll back up. Walk all the way up. And stop. Slow down. Right here, they're all clumped. Right here, all of them all clumped. All their carries, their tanks. So I'm gonna walk forward and I'm gonna draw my ulti on all of them. Lux, Draven, both suffering the effects. Draven steps onto his fountain to heal, except let me back that up. You can't see that again. Okay, right here. Better view, team fight. Malphite's gonna initiate, but he misses. Really funny, but we got the move on. My ulti that hits IDFG ulti Draven takes bonus damage, and he's trying to make it to his base as fast as possible. He gets on the fountain, starts healing, but it's not enough. The ulti pops and kills him anyway. Lux survives, and that's really what you want to do. Carries are together, you pretty much kill him. Really funny part right here, I say, let's go kill the Lux, you got this, I'll tank it for 2 seconds. Walk up on the fountain, Sanguine Pool. Tower can't hit me anymore because I'm invincible. Kills my teammate, I left, walk away. Number 1. Just gonna go off and finish the game right here, and that will be the end of it. And that right there is a video guide on how to play Vladimir in the mid lanes. Can't fast forward anymore because the game's going to be over in just a second. Minions winning it. I want to kill the Lux. But you know what? Game's over before we try. Oh! Nexus explodes. That right there is how you play Vladimir. Last minute comments before I stop the video. Let's pull up League. Alright. Last minute comments. You in lane, auto attack to last hit creeps. You use your transfusion to last hit, not to last hit, to harass the champion. You use your pool sparingly, and if you decide you want to get a DFG, stack DFG damage with ulti damage. and you'll burst out quite a bit as you saw. Got 3 or 4 really easy kills with it. Quick kills, clean kills, walked away. If you want to see Vladimir top lane, feel free to leave a comment or message me in YouTube or in League, and I'll make a video for you. Once again, Vladimir was brought to you as requested from my friend Fluffy Pony Bunny, aka Fluffy QB, aka Fluffy Pony, aka Amanda's boyfriend, aka Wants to Deny, aka YOLO Swag, aka Pikachu12346. He changes his name quite a bit. Thank you for watching the video. If you watched all the way through, I appreciate it. Feel free to comment if you want to see someone else or like or whatever. I'll be posting more champion videos, so if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe to get updates when my next one is released. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.